So I just make my way down to an Irish bog. So underneath me in those long strips is turf. That is Irish fuel for heating your home. I'd go down, so I'll explain this. There's big banks of peat, so it's like fresh soil that hasn't been cut yet, but it gets cut back in lumps and then spread out in strips by machines, these long strips to cut them, so they can start drying out on the one top side. Bloody dogs running around the place. So years and years ago, my granddad used to, sorry I'm spinning around, they would cut it by hand. So there's the shovels that were rectangular shaped, I don't know what they're called, they were rectangular shaped, and they would be cut by hand and then laid out to dry. So you can see it like this. It's laid out to dry, and they're all cut into strips. That's going from off up there right up to the top, up to the road up here. Now that's to dry one side, and to get drying around the whole log of turf, there's a log, you stack it, or foot it as it's called in Ireland. So you'd come to foot the turf, which means you'd take it up from the long rows there and you'd stack it up like this. A couple of different ways to stack it, but this is the usual way. So stack it up in 5, 6, sometimes much higher depending if the turf was bigger. And you just let the sun and the wind naturally dry it out. And eventually it'll turn into, let's see, it's still a bit wet, the time of year it is. So, like if you can, there, it's breaking up. My hand is soft, it's just petrified dirt, or earth really. But then it dries and becomes solid. And then you bring that home. If you're unfortunate enough, you'll get roped into bringing it home. So you'll come up with your tractor and trailer, or your car and trailer, and you will load it up and bring it home and put it away for winter. And then in winter you burn it. So you can put it in your fireplace to heat the home or heat your living room, or you can put it in a cooker. And not a lot of houses now will have cookers for turf, but there are still a few. But it's used to heat up your home, and what it's made from is swampland really. So you'll see here it's all wet, and then up there further, so it's ancient swampland. And then when the peat is taken out and cut up and dried out properly, it's just fuel, burn wood. Trying to get my dog to not jump in all of the dirt. So yeah, that's an Irish bog. I'd go up a little further, but it's very swampy. So there you have it stacked. They're just freshly cut and laid out, and then this is kind of just what it looks like during the year. There you have it, an Irish bog.